It's important to measure pasture regularly. This allows us to maintain the pasture quality that we need for high digestibility, high energy, high NEL, so that those pastures play an important part in our overall production cycle. Certainly, it's very important to measure feed on a regular basis. When growth rates are high, we should be looking at maybe measuring our farm, say, weekly. Once growth rates start to slow down and reproduction starts, plants are starting to head out, dry matter levels are increasing, and certainly digestibility is declining, we may be looking at only needing to measure our pastures maybe once every 2 weeks or once every month. But certainly we need to get into a regular regimen so that we can track our feed quality and certainly track our feed quantity. Once we've arrived at the information that the feed wedge gives us, we can then determine how much supplement we need to feed. If there's a deficit, if we're just not growing the amount of feed that our cows need on a daily basis, we can certainly come in with the right amount of supplementation that means that our cows are fed the correct amount of forage every day. We may not always be using just perennial pastures. We may be using annual pastures, be they summer, warm season annual pastures or cool season annual pastures. The rising plate meter and the information that it gives us that's plugged into this feed wedge gives us an idea of just how these crops work in our overall grazing environment. It may just work out that a certain forage just isn't cutting it. And the only way that we're really able to find this out is by measuring and finding out just how much work it's doing for us. Certainly on the other end of the scale, it's going to tell us certainly which of the crops do work for us by their ability to grow the dry matter that we need.